Merry Christmas, Steph. We made it. We survived. I hope you guys can hear us loudly and clearly. We have upgraded our technology. You can probably hear my plates being put away in the background, but I digress. Steph, how was your Christmas? How are you? All good?
All good, all good, all good. I'll say we survived, but we got Roma to get through tonight. By the time you watch this, we may or may not got a good result in that game. But I think survival is probably more towards we've survived until Jan, and what does that mean? And I think that's a good segue to the video today, isn't it?
It is indeed, yes. So today we thought, obviously, we are, a few days away from the January transfer window opening, where we are very much hoping and expecting Milan does something. And there have been huge, heavy rumours, of which we're going to start with the bombshell one. It looks like Tomori is very out of favour in Fonseca's system. And will we sell to Juve? Should we sell to Juve? And let's discuss kind of the January rumours so far. Tomori being the biggest one. What do you think?
Yeah, we've spoken it, haven't we, in the last couple of months, that we think Tomori's should be on paper like probably a quick sell and a way to get income into the team, as opposed to kind of like selling players like Teo and Leao and Mike. And we've joked before in the past of like, I've been thinking that we can get a good bit of money from someone like Malik Chow.
Right now, yeah.
But we could probably get a good bit of money from him right now. But the point being is that he's a starter and looking very strong, and obviously younger.
And he's so much younger,
yeah. Like, whereas if you look at the centre back position with Chow, Gabbia, and even Pavlovic being sort of around 22, 23 years old, and Tomori being, I think, 27 right now, maybe turning 28 soon. There probably is a healthy discussion on just going, and also the way his form has been, on is it the right time to sort of to call it a day? And don't get me wrong, like many players that we've fallen in love for in the last couple of years, and Tomori being a massive factor for what got us back into Europe and obviously won us the Scudetto, we can't deny the fact that his form has been pretty poor. He has had some good games. He was strong against Real Madrid this year, but I think what's been a common theme with Tomori is that mistakes, the over aggression on the way that he presses, and sort of that's open to sort of, I think sometimes stupidity and naivety, has cost us dearly in some games where he's been overzealous in games in the Champions League. Kind of, that game against Chelsea where, yes, he was incorrectly got a red card, or was a second yellow for pressing onto Mason Mount in the box. But you kind of argue there's moments like that where Tomori should use his head in the wider sense of the game and going look, if they score a goal, fair enough, but I'd rather that than get sent off and completely kill off the game. So there's that intelligence piece, which is then seen him not being called up for.
And he hasn't developed that either. That's something worth thinking. That's always been a weakness in his game. He's been at Milan for 4 seasons now, and that's never developed. Like other parts of his game, he's improved on, but that aspect has never changed.
Agreed. And I think that's where I've been quite critical on Chow, whereas you kind of go, look, as a young kid, 21 years old, in hindsight now, you kind of go all right, he's probably bound to do that. And you can see him so far this season, since he's been back in the starting 11, developing on that intelligence. Whereas and he has the rest of it, the skill set that's required to be a top centre back, height, great ball distribution with both feet, and just a solid centre back. Whereas Tomori's got all the sort of the aspects to be a great centre back, but the intelligence hasn't kicked on, as you said. So look, I think going back to it, is it the right time to sell Tomori? Personally, yes, I think it is. But the question here being is who to? I think we both ideally would like to find a buyer from England, because A, you'd get more money from a buyer in England, and B, if you compare it to, and I'm going to use examples like Kalulu and De Ketelaere, it's kind of, you want to shift the sale away from the league, because there's nothing worse than the player going to a rival, specific, let alone let's say it's a lower league team, which isn't ever going to be the case because the money's on right now. But if it was a lower league team and you go, fair enough, but then you're more likely going to get less money. But if it's a rival and the move works, and what we've seen so far this season with Kalulu and everyone going, oh, we regret the sale and